Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee, and it's me, Banshee, for my Material Matters segment, your tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show, and as we always start the show with a collective reading, I will be using, again, at least through the end of September, the Chris Ann Sacred Creators Oracle. Just want to make sure I get it in the picture. All right. So, Sacred Creators Oracle. This is for the collective. One more shuffle. And I think we're good to go. Let's see what we have. Ooh. Your card for the week ahead is Fearless Expression. 5555. Let's put you up here. I like that little microphone there. Cosmic microphone or whatever. Oh, right on the page. Aha! Your throat chakra microphone is buzzing because you've got something to say. So, don't bottle up your thoughts or your opinions at this time. Your success is deeply connected to your self-expression, and the universe will support your dream as you step onto a new path of personal power and positive assertion. This is an exciting time for you. When you are communicating your desires to others, it's time to be mega honest. That's cool. In this way, you will delve into your own unique form of confident articulation as only you can do. Your fearless, authentic transmission is going to be your gold. You will attract like-minded people who will flock to your honesty. Its power is palpable in person and on screen. Know that once you've unleashed your voice, it will be really hard to shove it back into its quiet corner again. It is expansive by nature, so allow it to stretch and grow as you try new things. What are you ready to say? Step up to the microphone and begin. If you could share any one belief that you hold on to and feel relief in having shared it, what would it be? How could you become even more authentic in your expression? What nature of yourself is being silenced? Why does your throat chakra feel like it needs to play a bigger role in your life? When you're ready, make a list of things your throat chakra microphone is begging to communicate. I so like this card. And, talking about authentic, I always say honesty is the best policy, especially in business, really. And so be your authentic self. Express your authentic ideas. Do not shy away from it. Do not be afraid. And like the card said at the end there, the more you do it, the more you will do it. Trust me on that, because I know that's really what happened to me. I was very shy. And you know what? Now there's no stopping me. So good luck with that, everybody. And we're going to move on now to our readings through the elemental signs of the Zodiac. But before we do, I often give an astrological outlook for the week ahead, see what's happening in the stars a little bit and what's going on this week. So the readings for everybody will be good from September 19th through September 25th. The moon will be traveling from Pisces on the 19th through Taurus, Gemini on the 25th. It'll be transiting into Gemini on the 25th. There'll be a full moon in Pisces coming right up on September 20th, Monday, September 20th. And also, Sukkot is that day, a Jewish holiday for our Jewish listeners. That is starting at sundown on September 20th. And woohoo, everybody, Halloween season begins because fall equinox is coming on September 22nd when the sun enters Libra. And also on September 21st, the day before, is the UN, the United Nations International Day of Peace. So celebrate peace in some way in your life, and maybe with others, making sure it's a day that you harmonize with everybody around you. Okay, so let's get started with our air signs. Get their readings going. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These readings are for you for the week ahead. All right. Your focus card for the week ahead is the Page of Cups reversed. Sorry we're starting out on kind of a sad note here. So the Page of Cups reversed, air signs, is just indicating that maybe you've received some disappointing news recently, or you're starting your week off that way. Maybe you have to give out some bad news. I never like to see this, particularly in a business or financial reading. It might mean that some of us may have to give out layout notices, or something like that. It's just not a happy card. So I feel like, that maybe hopefully this will be a transitory thing and we'll get back up on our feet again. Another thing might be, air signs, is that the Page of Cups could indicate that maybe some of your thinking has just been too lofty lately, Maybe you need to get your head out of the clouds a little bit and start the week on a more practical level. So if the other part does not apply to you, this could. It might mean that you've been having too much pie in the sky thinking, and you really need to come back down to earth and do things that are, the most likely to be able to be accomplished. And how best can you achieve that focus in the week ahead? Well, you may have to dig under the surface to find out things that are hidden from view. The moon is here upright, air signs, and so it might indicate that you may not have all the facts you need. Is everybody being upfront with you this week? Is everybody telling you the whole story? Are there people perhaps who are trying to get you to sign a contract or things before you have, before you understand what you're signing? So be a little bit cautious this week. Mercury is moving into has moved into its shadow phase before it goes retrograde. So you might want to consider that, you need to dig a little bit deeper before you make a move, or you sign a contract, or you even go ahead with plans. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? I think that people will be working towards completion. They'll be trying to complete goals. This is the world upright. They'll be trying to complete their assignments. Your financial advisors will have things on schedule. They're trying to move you forward to the finish line, to be completing some goal or project or getting you to a better place. You can count on them. You can count on their support in this week ahead, I think. Definitely, air signs. Well, so will there be forward or backward movement, or no movement at all for you this week? You are getting the job done this week, air signs. The Queen of Wands is here, and she rules. She rules the business realm in her own way. She's very magnetic. She's very attractive. She knows. She knows how to get things done and how to delegate, and how to delegate fairly. She's not somebody who's going to be beating people over the head to get things done. She knows that will accomplish nothing. But she has to do what she has to do, which could play in part to what I said in the beginning. So let's go back and take a look at this. You might get some sad news this week, or you might be the deliverer of sad news to others. You may have to lay people off or tell them they may have to work extra hours. Whatever the case may be, try to be gentle and try to understand people's feelings, but also recognize too that this could mean something else entirely. This could mean that it's time to bring some of your thinking down to earth and more practical levels. It's time for you to, do the things you know will achieve success in the short term. Don't think long term, think short term success, I think, for this week, air signs. And the moon is saying you've got some things hidden from you right now. You need to uncover some facts or get to the heart of a matter before you really should go ahead with any of this that you are doing. Do you understand everything that's going on? Are clients or people that you are doing business with, or if you're applying for a job, giving you all the details that you need to know before you sign on a dotted line? You may want to try to ask more questions, and also use your gut, trust your gut a little bit. If something doesn't smell right, maybe it's time to just kind of set back a little bit. But I really do feel that the people around you are supportive. They're trying to move you forward. They want to see success for you. They realize that you are close to something happening, something positive happening, so they want to help you get there because they know in the end they benefit too. And ultimately, I think by week's end, you're in a really good place, air signs. You are ready to move forward and to do what needs to be done. And you're very organized. And because of your magnetic, dynamic personality, people want to follow you. People want to help you. People want to support you because they realize you have it all together. So, good luck with that week ahead. We're going to move on to our fire signs. Hey, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. These readings are for you for the week ahead. One more. Okay. Aww. Your focus for the week ahead begins with the lovers. Love at first sight? No. Well, I think you'll love something at first sight. I think this week is very harmonizing for you. It's like you're able to connect with others, which I think is very important in the business world. This is a time of connection. This is a time of harmony. Use that harmony to push things forward. But, gently. I think you won't have to push. You gently apply, your powers of persuasion or whatever to move people this week and connect with them. If you connect with them in a very human, a very real way, I think they will respond. That's your focus for the week ahead. So how best can you achieve that focus? Well, the Chariot's reversed here. That's interesting in the spot of, how best to prepare for the focus. I think maybe it might be that you need to slow it down. You need to take a full stop here. So maybe this idea of harmonizing is more about taking it slow, getting to know people more that you're working with, or getting to know what their problems or issues are, or what we're facing. In other words, this is a time to slow down and maybe full stop and take a look at things, take a more hard look at things before you're ready to move forward. And what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, I think for the most part, this is a good card here. I think people want to share with you this week. They want to share maybe what they're learning from what's been going on. Like, for example, your financial analysts might be looking at the data that's been coming in, the upswings, the downswings, looking at the trends, and they've been very, trying to look at things from a broader perspective, and now they want to share that with you. I think this all kind of fits together to being a very slow, connecting, and sharing of ideas and thoughts week with each other. And I think it's reflected here by the Hanged Man. They want to get out there and they want to work with you, but also they want to be heard because they have something important to share with you. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week? Well, I have the Three of Wands here reversed for you fire signs. And I get the feeling that might say that there is no forward movement. There actually might be a change of plans. Maybe this is an idea where I'm not going to say you necessarily have to go back to square one, but I think that you have to I'm trying to think of the right word. You have to incorporate all the things that are coming to you this week from the people that you are connecting with, the ideas, the thoughts, the sharing, and decide. And maybe this is going to have you, start over, maybe from where you're at or from the beginning again if you feel it's necessary. So let's go over this again because it's a little complicated, fire signs, but not really. I really feel this is a week of introspection. This is a week of connecting with others, connecting your thoughts, ideas with others and seeing if they truly gel. It's a time to slow the pace down, maybe even to a point of standstill. Maybe what I envision this week is this is a week of meeting or talking with others, whether meeting in person, meeting on Zoom, however, on phone, whatever the case may be. This is a time to connect with others and share ideas and where to go from here. And they really all fit together in that manner. People are ready to share. It seems as though they've been stepping back as well, and they've been looking at things from a broader perspective now and determining what they feel needs to be done. Ultimately, by week's end, that's where you're at. You're at, okay, let's either start over again, or how can we now mesh all of these ideas into where we are at now and go forward from here. So it'll be interesting to see for you fire signs, where the next week goes for you. All right. So hey, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This reading is for you for the week ahead. Shuffled really good. And cut them. And take a water break. Here's to you, water signs. Your focus for the week ahead. Wow. Not much better than that. Well, there are some cards that maybe we could argue, but why not say hi to the Queen of Cups? Your focus for the week ahead is, nurturing others this week and being very supportive to others around you. How about, thanking and being grateful to others for some of the help and support they've been giving you. Say a kind word. Say, hey, I know, if you're an employer, I know you're doing your best. I know you're trying your hardest. I know we're in difficult times, and thank you. I really appreciate you. Spread some joy with others in this week ahead. And be that nurturing queen. Maybe step back and ask if anybody's having problems or issues, just need a shoulder to cry on. Be there for others. That's your focus this week, I think. Water signs, something that you know how to do really well. And so how best can you prepare for that focus this week? Well, it's complicated. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is reversed. That's an interesting card here in this position, It's almost like trying to throw the white flag up on something and giving up. So I think here, what it might be saying is The best way to prepare for this focus is to use this nurturing energy and this energy of the Queen of Cups to help people deal with setbacks and failures. How about being that supportive person that rallies the troops, that tells them not to give up? I think in this card, in this position, even though the card is reversed and is saying to raise the right flag, maybe it's also telling them sometimes it's okay to raise that white flag. Maybe it's time that we abandon something that has been a losing proposition and move on. And there's no recriminations, there's no blame here. There is just moving on to something better. So now that I've been kind of stammering there a little bit, I really think that is the message here, is to say it's okay. We can learn from this defeat and failure and let it go and move on to something better. Yeah, and see people this week. Will there be helpful or cooperation or conflict? Well, I think they're too busy feeling sadness and anxiety, and that's why we have to dial this down here, Queen of Cups. We have to dial down their anxiety level a notch, because I think people are feeling anxious, stressed, and maybe overtaxed over whatever this defeat or failure was. So that's why the Queen of Cups has shown up for you as the focus, I believe. We'll go back and recap all of this. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you in this week ahead? Well, the Three of Pentacles is reversed here, so I feel like there's nothing to gain this week necessarily. I feel that the focus has to be on pulling everybody together as a cohesive team and making sure everybody is feeling good. Yes. Let's tackle this. This is a little bit of a difficult week for the water signs, so let's give you a little bit of time here. Queen of Cups upright is saying that you are at your emotional even keel here. You are feeling solid right now, despite what may have been going on. You know that you are needed right now as well to make people feel better right now, to be a shoulder to cry on, to have them understand that failure and defeat sometimes happens, and we have to roll with that and move on from there. They're feeling very, very anxious right now and stressed because of this. And you have to sit down with them and think this through, work with them and say, it's okay. We have learned something from this, and we're not going to go back here again. We're going to move on to things that we know will bring us success. And so try to be their support. They're going to need it. And ultimately, that's why I feel that nothing is happening by weekend, because the teamwork has kind of fallen apart here. I feel like you have to get the team back on an even keel. Whether it's the people that are working with you, you have to, and you have to get them to feel like, I am here for you. We will get through this. We will move forward. And once again say, what happened in the past here affects us all, but we can rise above this now and move on. Whew, water signs, that's a tough week for you. I'm sorry about that. Last week was so good in comparison. Hey, earth signs, it's on you now. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this reading is for you for the week ahead. All right, just going to try to shake up these cards a little bit for you there. Your focus for the week ahead, the Page of Wands reversed. So, like one of our other readings, you too are getting some bad news this week. Perhaps you're starting off with, perhaps you've sent some resumes out. Some of us, earth signs, And you've gotten some rejection letters. You've gotten some bad news, perhaps some contract or maybe some loan you were trying to get. Things just are falling through. It's not going well. Perhaps you're having some issues communicating with your teachers in school. That's where the focus is this week, on trying to get things on the right track, as it seems as though, and don't give up. Don't give up. Let's see what our focus will be how best to prepare for that focus will be. So the best way to prepare for that focus, I feel, is to try to clear your head. Try to clear your head, because whatever this news is making you feel a bit unfocused. So in order to move forward, you're going to need to refocus yourself and to really think. Use your head over your heart in this week ahead to come up with solutions, positive solutions, and go slow. Whatever happened here, you're just going to have to take your time and sort it all out. But if it's jobs you're applying for, I think it's saying reevaluate what you're striving for here. Is it right for you? Are your skills matching what you are applying for? Try to figure out what's wrong and where the disconnects are. And if it's in your business and contracts have not gone through, you're losing customers, think just about what you need to change in order to grow. And by all means, this week, I think your best bet, Earth signs, is to speak to the experts. The Hierophant is here. Talk to people who know what they're talking about. Talk to people who can help you shake things up in your business and get it back on the right track again. Talk to your teachers or your advisors at school if you're having difficulties there. Talk to somebody in the business, in your field, in the business world, who can offer you some success, some ideas of how to get out of an issue that you are facing right now. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement for the Earth signs, or no movement at all? This is interesting because in a way it reminds me of some other readings. Looks like you have the Hermit. The Hermit upright. So I think the Hermit upright is telling us that this is a week of introspection. This is a week for you in particular to go within. Maybe you need a break or retreat by week's end to refocus yourself. Take some time to reflect, to meditate, to become grounded so that you can face the next week on more solid ground, Earth signs. See, they're on the mountain there. You need to do that. So let's look at this again. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I feel like there is some connections going on here. Some bad, something you were expecting to go in your favor has not. Whether it's a new business opportunity, whether it's a business you're trying to get off the ground, whether it's jobs you're applying for, whether it's a project at school, new investments, it's kind of like, sorry, you're getting a Dear John letter. It's not working out. A loan, sorry, rejection. So you need to rethink it. So you need to clear your head and rethink it. Don't get all hung up on the rejection itself. Get hung up on thinking about where to go from here. Start thinking more positive. Don't think about the problem. Think about the solutions now, and use your brain to really analyze what's going on and sort it out. People around you, consult the experts, consult people who may be able to advise you on where to go from here. People may have some answers for you in this week ahead. So this is a week to listen. And speaking of listening, this is also a week to listen to that inner voice inside of you. Go within, quiet yourself, and try to listen to what your gut, what your spirit is trying to tell you. This can help you out tremendously in moving you forward for the next week. Good luck with that, Earth signs. So that's what I have for you for the week ahead. Okay, so hey, everybody, Now that we're done with the readings, it's time to remind you that my favorite season of fall is coming, and that means with it is Sun entering Libra, which means we're doing a monthly modality message for you for the month ahead. So be sure to catch that. That will be coming out when the Sun enters Libra on the 22nd. So also, I think the 22nd is a Wednesday. I could be wrong about that, but Wednesday is time for Goth Tarot, Mr. O's show on checking on the shadow side of your life. You know, the things that we sometimes ignore that are laying beneath the surface of our psyche. It's time to deal with those issues from time to time, and what better time than this dark side of the year? So check that out every Wednesday. Friday. Friday is the emotional side of life with Mr. O's emotional
New and improved
exchanges. That is new and improved. So do look for that at 7 a.m. every Friday morning. Check that out. It's getting some popularity these days with his new format. And our happy hour is time for you to get happy every Saturday mornings with us at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, our live streams are here for you, where we do a little bit more of an extended reading for you, our fans, every Sunday and Thursday live. Check us out. So everybody, take care. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and work through any difficulties or obstacles that come your way like they were nothing at all. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye-bye. Take care.